Hey everyone, it's Betsy here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to do a problem on order of operations. Now this one's a little more difficult, but I think we can handle it. So let's get started. The first thing I always like to do is read the problem out loud. So let's get to it. -3 times the quantity 5 minus 7 cubed minus 6 raised to the 0 plus 3 times 4. Now that we've read the problem, we're going to go over here to PEMDAS and we're going to follow our order of operation rules to come up with our answer. So the first thing we have to do is P, which is parentheses. So we're going to go over to our problem and see if there's any parentheses. And here we've got it. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So I'm going to bring down this -3 and it's times. If there's nothing between the number and the parenthesis, that means times. 5 minus 7, which is -2, raised to the third, minus 6 raised to the 0 plus 3 times 4. If you are struggling with adding and subtracting numbers, I will have a video on integers coming up. I have different methods that might help make it a little easier for you, so please watch out for that video. Now that we've done the parentheses, I want to go on and look at exponents. Exponents are little numbers right here. That's the next thing we're going to look at. So I'm going to bring down this -3, and I've got times -2, the whole thing raised to the third, which is -2 times -2 times -2. When I do that, I do two numbers at a time. A negative times a negative is a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. Then I'm going to take that times -2. And when I do that, a positive times a negative is a negative, and 4 times 2 is 8. So when you multiply three negative numbers, you'll get a negative answer. So here, -8. Then I'm going to bring down my negative. And now we've got to look at this 6 raised to the 0. What's that? How many of you know, I wonder? Put in the comments and let me know if you knew what 6 to the 0 actually is. I'm going to explain it to you, but if you know, I'm just curious how many of you actually knew. So 6 to the 0 is 1. Anything to the 0 is 1. There's only one exception, and that's 0. 0 to the 0 is undefined, but anything else you've got to the 0 is 1. You do 0 to the 0, your calculator will say it's undefined, but anything else will equal 1. So try to remember that. It's a special rule. So 6 to the 0 is 1. And then we'll bring down my plus 3 times 4. So now we've done our exponents. So the next thing we have to do, left to right, is our multiplying and dividing. And what do I mean by left to right? We go to the left side of the problem, we start making our way to the right. And whenever we see multiplying or dividing, we stop and do it. So right here, we've got multiplying. So I got to stop and do that multiplication. Again, a negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 8 is 24. Then I've got a -1. Then I got a plus sign, but then I've got a times sign again. So I've got to do that. 3 times 4 is 12. Now we've done all of our multiplication. So the last thing we need to do is look at our adding and subtracting. And again, that is left to right, whichever comes first. So I'm going to start at the left side and I'm going to make my way to the right. So here I've got 24 minus 1, which is 23. To that, I'm going to add 12, which will give us our final answer of 35. Ta-da! We did it! Yay! I hope this helped you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If there are any other problems you'd like me to do, I would be happy to do them for you. I do plan on doing more problems that are maybe not so difficult and maybe some that are even a little more challenging. So if you got something out of this, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. I have plenty of different problems I'm going to do with you, many little hints I'm going to give you along the way. So I hope you got something out of this. Have a great day. Bye-bye.